Today I want to talk about player expression, what that is and what that sort of means to me and how I define it in sort of my Marvel Rivals playstyle. Player expression is how the gamer ultimately gets to their win at the end of the day with the tools that they've been given. And the tools that Psylocke has are her right click, which gives her a shield and also does an interesting reaction in terms of where she recalls it from. She has her dash, which allows it to do damage, but it also allows her to get around in 360 degrees. She has a cloak, which she can use to get in at the cost of it making a sound. She can use her cloak to get out. And she can also use her ult to either focus a target or use it in a group, even if it provides less value. Now, when the game came out, there was no sort of set defined way as to how to use this kit, so players found their own interesting ways to use it. I've seen a lot of players use her as a front line and off angle and apply pressure, build ult and race to that and try to use that to their advantage, and that style absolutely works. And my style is playing around a lot more of a neutral game, relying less on my ultimate and sort of attacking targets that aren't really looking at me, and then securing that pick and then getting back with my team and then just overpowering them with numbers. So then you might be asking, well, what's the correct playstyle? And the answer is both of them. Both of them can provide value. Both of them can be used at different times. There's lots of times I try to play the assassin, but there are certain times where, say, perhaps I have a Spidey on my team that I know my front line needs more help at applying pressure, and then I'll play that different playstyle. But to me, that's the beauty of really good game design. There's no set defined way to play. It's more of, okay, you have these tools and there's different ways to play. So how you apply those tools and how you secure that win is what makes games so fun. Because if there was only one way to play, the game would be really, really boring. And it's the reason why I love Psylocke so much, is there's so much versatility in her kit. There's so much that she can do. But it's not just Psylocke. Everyone who knows my content knows I play a lot of Captain America as well. I picked Captain America up in Season 1.5 when a lot of people had him as a D-tier hero, and that was because of the fact that he lacked a lot of damage. He didn't really have a whole lot of killing potential. But there are still players out there that found ways to utilize him and even get to top 500. And for me, personally, I found ways to use him where I didn't need to do a lot of damage. I could just focus on stalling out the objective and then running the clock out, and then having one really big fight at the end in order to win. And whether you're doing damage as Cap or whether you're stalling the objective, if you win, ultimately, both strategies are valid. And if you've ever seen my streams and seen me talk about Rocket, you know that I get really annoyed at how many people I feel are underutilizing his kit. That they're only using the skill floor and they're not using all the other parts of his kit that make it so much fun. His mobility especially is something I find super fun, and I don't really see a whole lot of people taking full advantage of at times. There are lots of ways to play these heroes in different ways, and the fun part is as we improve and as we learn as a player base and we find new ways to use all these tools, we inspire other people to find new ways as well. A lot of the things I learned on Cap and I learned on Rocket, I was also inspired by watching other players who I played against use those strategies against me. And then I took that as a jumping point and iterated on it to find my own playstyle and use it in my own way. Your player expression, ultimately at the end of the day, is you finding the way that works best for you. I have not been shy to tell people that mechanically, I don't feel I'm all that good, especially for a lot of the players that I go up against. And since I'm mechanically not that good, I had to find other ways to win that wasn't just relying on having really good aim or faster reflexes. I'm 38 years old with a 9 to 5 and not a lot of time, so I have to develop my own methods in order to win. And with rank resets happening every season and me having my day job, as well as making content for everyone here, I have a lot less time, so I just need to figure out what works for me. And when I make educational content for everyone, it isn't to say that this is the way that you should play these characters. It's not to say that my way is the definitive way. It's to say that these are the methods that have worked for me to help me easily get to Celestial every season. And just as I was inspired by other players in order to develop these methods of my own, I want you to take these methods and also be inspired to find your own way to play. Because whether you're securing kills, you're body blocking doorways, or you're just shielding off heals, as long as you are winning the game and you're finding that it's effective, then every strategy is a valid strategy. I see plenty of comments that tell me that my strategy wouldn't work on coordinated teams or it wouldn't work in pro play or top 500, and they might be right. But the truth is I'm not trying to make content for the top 0.3% of players. I'm trying to make content for the other 99.7%. I'm trying to help the person in silver get to gold so they can unlock that skin. I'm trying to help the person who feels like they've been hard stuck plat get into diamond for the first time. Because the players up in pro play and top 500, they already know how to play the game. They already know how to coordinate and how to make callouts. My content is aimed at the people new to hero shooters, or maybe just the people who've been playing hero shooters for a little bit but want to know what they can do in order to take themselves to the next step. I've said it in other videos in the past, but how you play is going to heavily depend on the rank that you're in. And as you rank up, you might need to change your strategies and find new ways to win. And I hope that my videos can be used to help inspire you to find new ways to win, but also at the same time, I hope I bump into you in game and you teach me new ways to win as well. Because even though Marvel Rivals has been out for a little while, with all the new heroes and all the new maps, I still don't think that we fully unlocked the potential of all of these different characters. I think there's a lot more creative things we can still discover and a lot more different creative combos that we can put together. But in order to do that, that starts with opening up your mind to the fact that there might be more possibilities. but there's not just one way to play. To me, I like heroes that feel good, not necessarily the ones that are meta. So whether they're buffed or nerfed, I'm always going to try and find interesting ways to win. And I really enjoy that challenge. So whether you're securing kills, you're body blocking, you're stalling the objective out, or just being a distraction, no matter what, if you are winning and it's working, then just keep doing it. But don't limit yourself thinking there's only one way to play. Anyway, that's all I got on player expression right now. Let me know down in the comments some of the most interesting ways you found to win.